All right, so we live right now. Mm, Let me see. It should be on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. So if you can right now, say share whatever link it came up.
Okay, for sure.
Uh, Let me see. Got a couple people I see. A couple people. Well, one person I see. If you got a chance, comment. Let us know who he is in the comment section. We'd like to introduce Bekah Baby. Bekah Baby.
Hey,
Yes,
y'all.
Bekah
yes.
Agnew. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Here.
Everything been going all right with you?
Everything is going really good. I have no complaints right now.
Uh, that's great. That's great. And we got my sis Crystal Flowers, Thawed magazine writer.
Yes,
How
in the
you how you
building.
doing, sis?
I'm doing good, can't complain.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. We just gonna kick it a little bit. Becca baby, we'll give her another second just since we just started. See if anybody, when they come in, give them a chance to catch in, and plus when they watch it later. And then we'll get into a couple questions and your career and how long it's been when you started, a little couple things. This is Thawed magazine. Anybody get a chance to check out Thawed magazine, you can catch us online. You can go to Magstar, world's largest magazine distributor, and type in Thawed magazine. You'll see the name in there. Go on social media and type in Thawed magazine. You'll see it. Been doing magazines for, I want to say 17 years now. We started out with the Hype magazine. So we've been covering artists for quite a while. Uh, and we usually focus more on artists that are up and coming than artists that are mainstream because they got enough promotion. I mean,
That's
hey,
right.
so
That's
Right.
yeah,
right.
they got enough. But we also cover artists like in the mainstream area too. Uh, just because we want to compete and bring artists that we figure are up and rising, sometimes you have to be able to compete with the double XLs. And the only way to do that is to kind of get mainstream artists to also mention you. So we done got some love from Gunplay, Rashida. Oh, I did a phone interview with Rashida. I was back when the Hype magazine. Um, I had an interview set up with BG way back. So
Mhm.
basically, a little bit about us. If you want to Google Thawed magazine, you can see anything you want, shop wise, article wise. Um, that's all I can say. So we appreciate y'all. We see 3 people in, or more people we've seen come in and out. We want to appreciate y'all for coming and checking us out. Uh, you got anything to do in the world, and you chose to be here with us, so we appreciate that. Any,
Right, salute.
no doubt. Becca,
Share
baby, you
it.
wanna
Send it to your friends. Send it to your friends.
exactly. Show that support, a share that don't cost a dime. So we
Right.
appreciate it. So yeah, with further ado, Becca, baby, we want you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you when you introduce yourself. Just a small little piece.
Okay.
Go ahead and let them know what it is.
All right. My artist name is Bekah Baby. My real name is Rebecca Agnew. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. Um,
No doubt.
I live down in Detroit now. I've been down here for a couple of years pursuing music. I've been kind of hopped all around, but I do R&B. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm also a pianist and an organist. So I do a little bit of everything, but my preferred genre is R&B.
Okay.
Awesome,
No doubt.
awesome.
No doubt. That's love. That's love. So we're gonna kick off a little bit of the topic interview with you. Um, when did you start music? I mean, when did you not take it serious, but just when did you start, and then when did you take it serious?
I started, I was about 7 or 8. I asked for voice lessons and piano lessons. just something I always wanted to do. Music was like really important in my family. So that's when I started. So a long
Okay.
time ago, I studied like
Yeah.
voice and organ and piano until I was like almost graduating high school. So I
Uh,
switched after high school. I kind of switched into more like mainstream music. So I went from like classical to, you know, like more like pop and R&B and hip hop and
you say
getting into things a little bit more on
you say
my own
classical?
choice. Yeah, I did classical for a long time.
Oh, that's what's
Okay.
up.
Yeah, like I studied how to read music, how to write music, how to play a few different instruments.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I did that for a while until I got to be like my own person. I feel like kind of appreciating music on my own
mm,
instead of what a teacher told me to do, you know.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I moved to Atlanta in 2013 and
Mm-hmm.
I started working with Peenskeen there. I don't know if you know him. He's from
Okay. Yeah, I
Saginaw
know.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Follow from years. Yeah.
yeah, so we worked together when I like that was my first start into music. I started doing demos for him. Like he would make beats and want to sell them to like
Okay.
artists. So I would just do demos, like wanting a female voice on a track. I was just singing what
Yeah.
he was writing, anything for myself. And then
Mm-hmm.
I left there and I went to Korea for a little bit. I didn't do music for some years after that. And then I moved back to Detroit. I moved back to Michigan in 15 and I started my master's degree at Wayne State. And that's when I like really got into music. So I started like
Yeah.
writing. Basically, I started writing just to like see if I could do it because I had never written for myself. It was kind of like my own therapy and my own just expression. And I didn't really intend to be an artist. I was just figuring it
Okay.
out, trying it out. So that was like 2015. Um,
Yeah.
I did not, I just wrote. I had lots of lyrics, lots of stuff. And I did not do anything as an artist until 2018. So I guess it's been about
Mm.
like 3 years since I've been like a real artist, like had a name and promoted myself and put it out there. I started working with somebody from Boston. Um,
Mm.
he had me as a feature, and that's the first thing I ever did or put out. I was just a feature artist on something, and then a couple months later, in 2019, I put out my first album, and I've been going super hard since then.
Oh, that's
2019.
good.
Yeah, so
Mm.
like I have a long history with music, but being an
Yeah.
artist, like who I am and there, I dropped my very first project in the like I think it was March or April 2019.
Oh, okay. Okay. And been creating ever since and
Yeah.
rising up and rising up. So that's love, and it's showing that you ain't just come out of nowhere to the artist that might think that if you getting your name mentioned that you just popped up. Nah, so
Yeah.
you putting in work for a while.
Yeah, I never did like the thing about when I lived in Saginaw, I just did like my local, you know, I was like at Herder's music shop and did recitals and like was in school choir. So nobody ever
Yeah.
knew like that I did music when I lived there. So
Oh, okay.
me spreading to like Saginaw people as a musician is only like in the past year or so that they even knew that about
Uh.
me. So it's like more recent.
Okay.
Like I was branching out other places like Atlanta and Boston and Detroit, like really focusing on Detroit, obviously.
Oh
But
yeah. Yeah.
since that's where I'm at. But like the last year, like 2021, that's when I really like got in with the Saginaw crowd of music and started like, you know, networking with them, working with rappers there, and like getting known for doing music.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what's up, Crystal. You got a question you want to ask or want to ask
Yeah,
Becca?
yeah, I do actually. So, when you're writing, how do you like? What takes you into that creative space? Like, what gets you in the mood to say, "Hey, I want to sit down, I want to focus, and I want to write some music that everyone is going to relate to." Like, what is your target market? Like, who do you push your music? What group or age group should I say that you push your music out to?
Yeah. When I write, I it's usually the beat that inspires my writing. and like not the other way around. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I write when I'm going through something, but it's usually just like I'll hear a beat or somebody will send me something or I'll be working with somebody and the music like guides the instrumental guides how I'm writing. So that's how I kind of like pick my topics instead of a lot of people say like or a lot of people will be kind of thinking like they have something specific they want to talk about or something specific they want to say and they'll
Mm-hmm.
do it that way, but I feel like for me it's the other way around. Like an
Mm-hmm.
instrumental just kind of has to catch my ear and it just kind
Yeah.
of speaks to me. I don't know, gives me a
I was the
topic.
same way.
It just like gives me a topic like here you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? But some
Yeah.
once in a while, it's like once in a while when I'm like dealing with something, then I'll like specifically sit down to write about that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And
Okay.
what's your target audience?
My target audience is pretty much like 18 to whatever. Um, I think like I write about love and passion, and I feel like if you really like R&B, then it doesn't matter what age you are. Like if you like R&B music, if you like kind of just like slow vibey music, then I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you can be any age. But I would probably say like my target, like if I was doing an advertisement, maybe like
Mm-hmm.
18 to 50 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, spread
Okay.
it out. Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
gotta be older than 18. It's a little racy, so that's all.
so,
That's my
so it's
only
sexy R&B
qualification.
music, huh?
Exactly. That's my only
Right.
qualification.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's up. Um, with recently, I mean, when you came out, like you say, we speaking on you as an artist, and as an artist, I'll take note. A lot of times you let me know what's going on. I appreciate that. First off, a lot of artists might get frustrated when I don't respond, or I just might just say, "Okay, good music," but I take note. And one thing I took note is not just the music, but the video quality has came up quite a bit, and that you been working hard to incorporate dancers
Yes.
into your
Mm-hmm.
artistry. I mean, tell us more about that.
That has been a journey. So I do not dance. I don't dance. I never did dance. I can't dance. I might move a little bit, but that's about it. But
Yeah.
like that, you have to put that out there. Like you have to do that. Like people want to be entertained.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to feel like I'm just standing up doing karaoke. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Hmm.
people like want to be entertained or else. My comfort zone is in the studio. If I could
Yeah.
just be a studio artist for the rest of my life, that's what I would do. But it's just not what that's not going to work. No one's going to be into that. You have to put out like a product, you have to make people interested, and you have to do it like consistently. So, my goal for 2021 was to become an entertainer
Hmm.
because I feel like before that I was just like a recording artist and there's a
Okay.
big difference, you know?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2021, I started working with. Her name's Tiffany. Her performing name is Tiffin the Lights. She owns a dance company called The Light Show.
Hmm.
She's also an artist developer, a choreographer, and an amazing dancer. She's in any video with a dancer. She's in there somewhere.
Okay.
Um, so I've been working with her all year, being comfortable with myself, like singing in the mirror with her, like
Mm-hmm.
vibing, feeling the
Yeah.
music, learning routines, rehearsing every week, like rehearsing at midnight, rehearsing at 8 in the morning, whatever we can do, like,
Hmm.
um, and then when we go to do videos, she like books other dancers that she works with, and we rehearse together and we do that. We do shows together now. So it's just
Yeah.
become like a thing. Like I will not be performing if I don't have the performance, like I perform anymore if I don't have dancers with me, if I'm not putting on a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's, like as far as my quality, I'm really proud of myself. Like that's been something I've been working on, not just like with videos, but the quality of my writing, changing up my voice a little bit, losing some of the classical sound. Like I had a lot of vibrato in my voice, like where it would shake at the end of notes, kind of like
Mm-hmm.
classical,
Mm.
like techniques that I wanted to lose. It's not R&B. It's
Yeah.
more that's soul. That's soul, but it's not like R&B like that smoother, just vibey sound. So I've been working a lot, like losing the vibrato, working
Yeah.
on my music, working on my style of writing, getting a little bit more comfortable with being sexy in my music, because I did not start out that way.
Yeah.
Just like everything, just
Yeah.
like developing who I want to be, like who I want to put out there. So, but my video quality
Exactly.
has definitely gone up, like, and my comfortableness, like in the videos and like with
Yeah.
acting and all that stuff, like that is not something I enjoy.
Yeah.
I like writing music. I like recording music.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So everything else is like I really push myself outside of my comfort zone to like do that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you can see the progress. It's good, and I like people that give me real feedback. So
Oh
I
yeah.
never
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never mind when and that's what I respected about you. So that's why I always kept sending you my stuff. So
Yeah, 'cause
That's
at first I
good.
was like, I hope she don't think I'm being mean or
nope.
think that I watch and I be like, okay, and I watch because when I watch, I don't watch from a fan's ear or so I'm kind of looking at the beat. I'm looking at how you sing to the beat. I'm looking at the music, the choreo. I'm watching so many things when I'm kind of watching. So I ain't just enjoying it. So I was like, let me see. Let me go ahead. Should I say this? Let me delete that. No, and I'm like, no, I put it out there, send it to her. I mean, it can only help, hopefully, and
Yeah,
and
that's the
and
point.
and I respect it every time you came right back. Like you didn't just say. 'Cause a lot of artists, I had a diss video written about me one time because I ain't like the music, this music video. So that was years ago, but it just be funny sometimes because maybe I did more with artists, rappers. Um, so it kind of was like, let me just go ahead. That's all I can say is let me go ahead and just maybe if I see some movement, I see something, I'll be like, she listen.
Yep. No, for real. I
Right.
mean, I would not be who I'm presenting to you today if I just was doing my own thing all the time and not listening to feedback.
Yeah, yeah.
So, because
I respect that.
if I were me a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have probably said like I'm happy with what I'm doing, like I'm proud
Yeah.
of it. But like from where I sit today, looking back on that, like I won't even look at some of the stuff. It's like but I'm
Right.
happy about it. That's because I grow every day, and I'm really consistent, and I'm working at
Exactly.
it, and I'm willing to listen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's always beautiful too to go back to your old videos and be like, man, I came a long way. Because a lot of people look
yeah.
and say or think they the top person regardless. 10 years later, they don't see no growth, and that ain't never good in the game.
hmm
At all.
Yeah,
At all.
yeah. So we gonna try to play your video right now, and then let us know about it. First off, let me see. We already talked as far as the internet. Hopefully, it cooperate with us.
We'll
So
see.
Right.
yeah,
Fingers
but your new
crossed.
yeah, exactly. Your new video called Escape.
Yep.
Uh, put out I think around November, end of November. I think they said the 23rd.
Yep.
Um,
End of November. I
yeah.
put
Tell
out
us
the
a
video first, and then I put out the audio like a week or two ago. So the audio is
mhm,
available now too. But
okay.
that was just kind of my way to build it up so that people would want to play the audio when it came out. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before we play it, tell us a little bit about the making of it.
the song or the video?
Oh, the video. I mean, was it
Okay.
interesting? Some outtakes, some funny
Yeah.
situations, or
So me and Tiff like kind of just planned it out in our heads. There's a selfie museum down in Detroit. Actually, it's in Ferndale. It's like right on the border. So there's a selfie museum. Um, this girl, Catherine, she opened it up. So it's owned by a private company, private person. It's not
mhm,
corporate or
Mm-hmm.
anything. So she's doing really awesome there. And it's just like this museum of different settings that you can pick. So she had this like payphone wall. And because so much of the song talks like being somebody that can be dependent on, and you pick all, and you just you're down for each other type of thing. So we did
yeah,
this scene in front of the payphones with me and 3 of my dancers. It wasn't really like a dancing scene. It was just more like casual, like, you know, movement and stuff. So they don't really do routines in it. But so we did all of the scenes there actually. Every scene in the video was done there in a different room. So we had a really good time. It was shot by Trink Studios, who's down out of Detroit. He works with a lot of artists, mainstream and up and coming. He's got a studio, he's got a videography, photography company. He does Netflix, he does commercials down there. So if you're in need of that in Detroit, Trink Studios. The beat was produced by Jerry Dodrill, who was out of Cleveland, and then I recorded it at RK Studios, Eastside RK, who I work with a lot down here in Detroit. So kind of like a big collaboration all together.
Yeah, teamwork.
Right.
We got this video. We were actually supposed to do a few other scenes, but once he started putting it together after the first day of the shoot, we just decided it was good and let's put it out.
Okay. No doubt.
It's doing really good though. It's definitely it's my favorite song I've ever written. I think it's the ever written. It's the most catchy. And it's also like performing best out of anything I've ever put out as far as numbers go. So
yeah, I see it tipping 16,000 in the first couple of weeks. So it's been actually look like it's been received very well. And that's always
I'm always happy
great
about it.
Always a plus.
Yeah, it's always great to get that love.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into it. We're gonna go into that video right quick, see if we can get everything to roll. 1 second, and we're gonna check it out. And it's called Escape. Everybody watching here and later. We're gonna go into it, and if y'all got some comments, let us know how y'all feel about it, what y'all think. So it should be popping in. So here you go.
Trink Studios. I wanna be the one you call when you want it late at night. Just pick me up, pour me a cup, and we'll slide right through the east side. Wanna be the place you fall when the day has been too much. Baby, tell me you roll it up, want me to ride, I'ma ride, I'ma ride on you, baby, on your daddy, all night, all night. Backseat with the windows up, I'ma ride till the wheels fall off. Oh yeah, and everything's alright. I can feel it, and I don't need nobody else. And everything's alright, and I know it. We locked all the way, and I can tell. I wanna be the one you call when you want it late at night. Just pick me up, pour me a cup, and we'll slide right through the east side. Wanna be the place you fall when the day has been too much. Baby, tell me, roll it up, want me to ride, I'ma ride, I'ma ride. We gon' smoke and we gon' vibe, light it up, let's go all night. I'm your vacation, you're escaping, I will take your stress. I wanna be the one you call when you want it late at night. Just pick me up, pour me a cup, and we'll slide right through the east side. Wanna be the place you fall when the day has been too much. Baby, tell me you roll it up, want me to ride, I'ma ride.
All right, we go. There we go. We gonna play it. We give them a little taste of it. Then they can go to YouTube and check it out. Type in.
It was buffering a little, but it did okay.
Yeah,
We got through
it
most
did.
of it because
It
the
did what it was
internet
supposed
and
to
the
do.
South.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's all
So
we can hope for.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So if y'all see and y'all enjoy, I know y'all gonna enjoy that good R&B. Y'all go to YouTube, type in Bekah Baby. I was about to say Rebecca. Bekah Baby. Type in Bekah Baby, Bekah Baby, and type in Escape. Or you can just type in Bekah Baby. It's gonna lead you to all of her videos. So go and check out all of her videos. Show some love, support. You know what I'm saying? Michigan in general, push your artists, push your artists, push your artists. You know, all these other states getting in the game because they push their artists. It ain't because they just magically got a million views. It was a million people pushing it. So you
Yeah.
don't
Mm-hmm.
just look at it and say, oh, all right, you know, no, push. If you enjoyed it, that good R&B, push it, support them. So Bekah Baby, we hoping they support you. We always gonna follow you and check you out and see how you're growing. Um,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. We appreciate you. Crystal, you got another question for after the video?
Yeah, so I kind of watched. Well, I love the video. It, like you said, it's catchy. It had me over here jamming, so I was bobbing a little,
Yes.
rolling a little.
I need
So
you in
I
my
enjoyed it.
video. I need you in my video,
Yeah.
Crystal.
So I
You
kind of
can
vibed
bob
to
and
it on
roll.
riding home today from work and catching up. But I really like that sex high. So let's get into it. Like, what's the motive behind that one? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Sex High is a good one. So that one's off my last album, Late Night, that I
Hmm.
put out for Valentine's this past year,
Okay.
2021. So Sex High is just a real, like, passionate, freaky song.
Mm,
Yeah.
That's the first video that I worked with those dancers with. So
Okay.
okay.
that was my first taste at it. So obviously
Mm-hmm.
I just stood there, but they put the show on, and it was a
Mm,
really fun video. I recorded that one with Mac Jovi and Saginaw actually, and then
okay.
we did the video down in Detroit. Um, with Forever Visions he's from Cleveland, so he came down and shot that for me. Um, but I don't know, the motivation behind that song is just kind of like um being passionate for whoever you're with, just riding with whoever you're with, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of like just having a night in together, basically.
Right. Netflix and chill,
Keeping it,
right?
yeah, keeping it PG. Yep.
Keep
Netflix
it
and
PG.
chill. That's exactly right. But
Yeah.
that was probably like I think that was probably one of the favorites off of my last album. So I really like that song.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. Me too.
It was the first song
Yeah.
that I kind of started switching up my voice a little bit and doing some of that falsetto.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that album is really like where I kind of just changed who I was and changed my sound basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So you
Now
said
also,
the word oh, go ahead, bro.
oh no, go ahead, sis. What you got?
Oh, so I see you use the word vision, you use the word change. So like going into the new year, like what's your vision? Like where do you see your career taking off to, and like what's your take on like conforming to the industry? Like, because I know you got your own way of how you want to do things and how you want to go about, but once you start getting to a certain level, then you have to kind of see what direction you want to go, because sometimes the industry wants you to transform or wants you to look a certain way. So what's your take on that, and if ever faced with that obstacle, how would you stand your ground, basically, like a Lizzo type? How would you stand your
Yeah,
ground?
yeah. I don't know. It's a hard one. That's a good question though, for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like my plan is just to push as hard as I can and be consistent. And I'm a pretty headstrong person, but
Mm-hmm.
I also do take feedback. Sometimes like I don't have to always agree, but I do listen, like I do
Mm-hmm.
take into account other people's opinions. Um I'm definitely not the standard like R&B artists pushing themselves out there. Um, I'm a Lebanese. I'm an Arabic woman. I'm curvy. I'm a lot different. I feel like than a lot of mainstream artists putting themselves out there. But I'm pretty comfortable with who I am. Um, but my plan is just to really like I want to be industry, but I want to do it in my own way. So I don't know exactly what that means yet, but I am willing to like work with people. Like I guess my plan going forward is to make sure I'm just like taking care of the business side of things really well, like covering my back, making sure like legally and financially as an artist going into the industry that I'm set up, that I'm straight, that I have the right people on my team to know what I'm doing as far as that goes. And like image wise or production wise, like I am willing to listen. They're in the industry for a reason and I'm not
Yeah.
yet. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I think for doing everything myself, I'm doing a great job, but that's obviously not going to take me to more like additional levels. Like for doing what I do by myself, I feel like I'm reaching the top of what that looks like, and I would have to like move up to other areas where I do listen to other people and I do take their feedback. But I got a
Yeah.
lot of stuff planned going into the new year for 2022. I just got booked for South by Southwest in Austin, which is like the world's largest music
Congratulations.
festival. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about it.
That's awesome.
So I got that coming up. I have another album that's about to drop in the spring. I have a ton of features about to come out. I'm gonna have an album release party, coming up here at the end of the spring. So I got a lot of things that are coming in the works, but I'm open. I'm open to whatever.
Awesome.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
And I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, we're excited for you. Like I said, we're gonna follow you, keep following. I consider Thawed magazine family. A lot of artists we continue to follow. I know
Right.
artists 10 years or so ago we still communicate with, even though they stopped music. Uh, but I'm jumping to another question. 'Cause I'm glad you mentioned the one topic about as an artist legally. Uh, how do you see that? Do you like? I mean, as far as like you said by yourself, but I know you incorporated dancers and in the front what people see, but a lot of the fans don't really recognize how a lot of artists blow up behind the scenes is a great push.
Hmm.
Um, do you have a manager uh, legally? Like I see so many artists get their music stolen, or when they do an art feature with an artist, something happens.
Yeah.
How are you protecting yourself from that before it happens?
All my music's copywritten, so that's the first thing that I do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
copyright.gov. If you don't know, now you know. You
Exactly.
can submit single songs, you can submit entire albums. You should be
Mm-hmm.
submitting you should also be submitting your logos, your
Mm-hmm.
your name, whatever you're publishing, whatever you're doing, like all that stuff should be copywritten. You want to make sure you have like your company, either BMI or ASCAP or whatever you have, where you are logging, credits and how much of certain songs go to who, publishers, songwriters, artists, composers, all of those things. Like you got to do all of that. A lot of people just put their music out, just put it out
Yeah.
real quick on whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's a quick way to get your stuff taken. It's a quick way to not make money. So if that's what you
Yeah.
want to
Mhm.
do,
Free
go
game.
ahead. But yeah,
Right.
you have to figure those things out. There's all kinds of things that collect royalties. There's all different kinds of companies. So you got to do your research. There's companies that'll collect certain royalties and some won't. You have to have multiple companies. Like there's all kinds of things you have to figure out. I'm really lucky because when I work with people, um, usually we have each other's back. So we learn from
Mm-hmm.
each other. I
Yeah.
don't really want to work with anybody who doesn't, frankly, and I've learned my lesson on that a couple times. Like I have worked with a couple
Mm-hmm.
people. I've done features for people who don't push things, or people I've had for who don't push things. Doesn't happen a lot, but it happens once in a while, and you just
Yeah.
learn. You got to learn your lesson. And then the other side of things is promotion. A lot of people put their stuff out and don't want to spend any money promoting their stuff. That's just not going to work. As many
Right.
Exactly.
fans as you love, and as many family and friends listen to you, that's all that it is a local following, and you're not going to do anything with that. You have to promote it. You have to be willing to put money behind. You have to put advertisements. You have to be willing to connect with people who have more connections and work with them, even maybe give them money to post it. Like whatever you're doing, you have to be smart about it. Costs a
Yeah.
lot of money to be an independent
Yeah.
artist.
Oh yeah.
It
Oh
And
really
yes.
does.
I tell a lot of artists, if you continuously watch TV or even in the internet, you see Facebook promoting, you see down in Michigan Consumers Energy, you see Walmart, you see all these companies. If they continuously promote and they making millions and billions, what make you think
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't and you're not at their level? They promote continuously. They never satisfied. So you're right about that as far as, a lot of artists get a couple views or, and I look at that too, but I'm really looking at so many other things because that could be just your family pushing.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
Or even
how
like just only your community, which is wonderful. Trust
exactly?
me, it's amazing to have that support. That's better than any feeling, but
Yeah,
it just isn't
but
going to do the job at the end of the day.
there
Exactly.
you go. So you way the
Exactly.
top on the game.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. That's because I keep my ears open, and
Yeah,
I just I'm willing to listen, and I have people I can reach out to. The other thing is, if you are contacted and people are interested in signing you or booking you or whatever, like you need to know. Luckily, I have a family, a family member who is an attorney, but you need to have somebody who
mm-hmm.
knows what they're doing, what they're looking at. A lot of artists think they're going to make it and they sign on these deals and then they end up owing all this money. Like
Mm,
it's just
Mm-hmm.
you have to really pay
yeah,
attention to what you're
yeah.
doing instead of just
Right.
putting music out is just the tip of the iceberg or whatever the expression is.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So true. So true.
Exactly.
What you got, Crystal? Got something for
I do. So,
her? What you got?
look, I be over here baking them up. So, do you ever have those give up? I want to give up moments, or feeling overwhelmed, or just stressed when it comes to like putting out your best work? Because I get a
Mm,
vibe from you that you want your best. You want to present your best. So do you ever have those moments where it's like, oh man, I don't think this good enough. Let me try to top this on like Escape. Now it's like, do you want to top Escape? It's like where you want to go, or do you ever feel like defeated?
It's funny that you ask that because I've been having some trouble writing lately. No, honestly, after my last album that I put out, I did not write for like 4 months, which is really,
mm,
really unusual for me. I can write really quickly. Like I
Mhm.
didn't write. I just felt like I couldn't do better. I don't know why, but that's how I felt.
mm,
And then
Yeah.
I was just pushing videos, like pushing content out instead of writing. But then in like I guess in the fall I got a little another wind and I wrote a few more things. I did some features. I wrote a skate.
yeah.
And now I'm at another point the past month or two. Like I'm having
Mm,
difficulty writing again. So I feel like I just need to get kind of like re-inspired and stop worrying about. I guess I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to like learn the things, use the things that I've learned,
Mhm.
and worried about how they come out. So um,
yeah.
I've been having a little trouble, but I just need to get focused. I'm a really I know all of us are super busy, but I'm a really busy person, and sometimes I do get a little overwhelmed. I'm also a counselor. I work a lot,
Okay.
Mhm.
so I just need to like focus back on some of my songwriting, and my method is just to be consistent. So whatever I'm putting out, I try to be the best I can be, as consistent and quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's been kind of rough. Like I said, like you were saying, it's been some months. So being creative, that's kind of one of the things that a lot of fans don't understand or see
Mm-hmm.
or
Mhm.
know. The human factor, that depression or just the feeling that it's something, a barrier in front of you, or just something that's making you say, "Oh man, why am I even doing this?" So it's a lot of times that they don't see it. So Do you ever incorporate any of that type feeling? 'Cause I know you mostly in the R&B sexual music, but do you ever incorporate like how you know that kind of feeling into your music?
Yeah, I do. I feel like that part of me like comes out more in features because I work with a lot of
Mm-hmm.
hip hop rap artists. So like
Yeah.
the heart, I'm not gonna just sing about what I sing about on those songs. So, you know, I feel like the harder side of me, the side of me that talks about like struggles in real life and you know stuff like that comes out a lot in my features more, I would
Yeah.
say. But you like unless I'm sitting here telling you, you wouldn't know that because I have so much content ready to be posted that I did a month ago that it doesn't even matter that I haven't worked in the past 3 weeks. You know,
Yeah.
you think people would think I'm working, and I do. I work every day on music, but from what I'm putting out, you wouldn't know that I'm struggling to write right now. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Mhm.
you can't show that. But I guess like um talking about obstacles, just like there are some days when I want to give up because I have gone through some
Mm-hmm.
situations like in the past year where I have like I'm as I said, I'm Arabic, so I'm from a very conservative family. I'm sure they're watching this, so hello. But I have some, I've had some apprehension from some of my family members, and I've had
Mm-hmm.
to deal with that. And
Yeah.
at some point, kind of just say like, this is who I am, and this is who I am as an artist. Sorry about it. So you know, some
Yeah.
of them are blocked on here, and some, you know, I'm just doing my thing. So.
Yeah, you gotta do what makes you happy.
Yep,
Can't be a
Yeah.
people pleaser.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
it's just not something like a to a like in my culture you don't ever talk about sex in public, let alone sing about it and have videos about it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just something that like is different for them, but I like who I am as an artist and I'm comfortable with
Yeah.
it and I'm really not willing to compromise that part of it. So as an artist, like you run into things like that sometimes, not just my situation, but similar things like
Yeah.
with people who just don't support certain aspects of that and you have to make a decision what you want at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
go through that and you don't have a strong head, like you would want to give up and you might, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So
I got
Yeah.
one more too. Is when you was talking about your features, I see you had just. I mean, I don't know. I gotta see how long ago. It wasn't that long ago. You and Bud Bizzle,
yep.
the song you had with Bud Bizzle. How do
Hmm.
you feel about the features with the hip hop artists?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love doing
Mm,
features. I like for some reason I feel like I write even faster when I have like a beat like that because I don't really write like my music's pretty
yeah.
slow. It's not very up
Mhm.
Mm,
tempo. It's pretty chill. So I get a chance to like do like kind of like a sing song rap type
mm,
thing in other
yeah.
music with feature artists. So I really like it. I think some of my favorite songs are have been features I've done.
Mm,
So I work with a ton of artists from
yeah.
all over. So that it's a lot of fun to me. Like some of them I meet, and some of them I don't. Some of it's just sending music back and forth. Some of them I get to do videos with, and you know become friends and stuff. So it's just
Mhm.
different, but with everyone. But I really enjoy doing features.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. I definitely enjoy the incorporations. A lot of time when second artists work together, especially different, R&B and hip hop, and they collab and it sound good. Also seen you, I think, incorporate other artists. I mean, you show the same way where we was talking about support is that you show a lot of support in your videos or working with artists. Like I seen with Deshaun Hayes. Um, that's one of my guys too.
Hmm.
When you had him in your video, um, and he's a man. He's continuously working. Not an artist, not a like artist per se as a rapper or a singer, but you know he's a well known guy. And when you see you incorporating other people, do you enjoy that? Like somebody like that, like Deshaun, just say, "Hey, can I use you?" You be in the video, it's mutual, and it's like the support of just
Yeah.
supporting each other of what both of y'all are doing.
Hmm. For sure. Deshaun's one of my best friends. I support him wholeheartedly, everything he does. But besides being an entrepreneur and a businessman and a jeweler and a dad and all these things that he is,
All
he's
day.
also an actor. So
Exactly.
lucky for me, one of my best friends is an actor, and so he's actually been in 2 of my videos. But the most recent one was Over Me,
Oh
from
me,
my
yeah.
last album too, and so
Mm-hmm.
it was fun. It was a lot. It's fun,
Yeah.
but yeah, I support, like, I believe in supporting, like, going hard for the people that you support. And so you will always find me sharing, like, if it's musicians I work with, I'm sharing their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it on my stuff. I'll put their link in my profile, whatever it is, like, if they have a company, I'm gonna buy from them, like, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
that I like. That's what people should be doing, and I expect the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't really want to work with somebody who doesn't. Like,
Mm.
I've done that and it's not fun. So
Yeah. They're
Right.
showing their selfishness. I would say selfishness, where they only about their
hmm
own career. That's
yep,
what it feel
Right.
like. Yeah.
yep.
For sure.
But
Mm-hmm.
like, I think it's fun. Like, you want people to be entertained. You want them to watch. So they're gonna watch with him in it, and they're gonna watch. You gotta think about that when you make your videos. Like, you want
Yeah.
people to
Right.
want to tune in.
Exactly. And
Exactly.
think he was just coming off the Eminem video too. I think
Yep.
they didn't use him all the way in it. He said, I think it was, but um, it was like right in that same period. I think of time.
hmm Yep.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm. With Crystal, what you got for it?
So yeah. So do you? My next question is: do you? How do you do well with or adjust to like social media comments? Do you tune them
Mm.
out? Do you get people that's negative, positive, encouraging? And if you get negative people, how do you take into it, or do you let it just roll off your back, not pay attention? Do you respond? Like, how do you do well with hecklers?
Yeah. I feel very fortunate and lucky that I have really positive, mostly really positive, supportive
Mm-hmm.
followers and fans and people. Like, m- most of my people that I know are really supportive, but what I find really awesome is all these people I don't know, never met, don't know me, that support me and follow me and listen to me and repost me and whatever. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
so amazing to me. Um, Once in a while, it's really actually a rare thing. So fortunately, we'll see in the future, but fortunately, it's a pretty rare thing that somebody will, like, put a crying laughing face or something, something stupid on one of my
Yeah.
videos. So
Right.
I usually just ignore it. If there's something like disrespectful, I'm just gonna delete it and carry on about my day. I don't really feel the
Mm-hmm.
need to, like, approach anybody because there's just, like, trolls on the internet. And they don't have anything better to do with their time, and I'm
Trying to
busy.
get attention.
So yeah,
That's it.
They're
exactly.
trying to get your attention. Yeah.
Yep. But I
Mm-hmm.
really don't have, like, I really don't have too much of that. So I feel pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
good. That's good.
hmm
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
good.
It's hard though. I know a lot. Like, I don't think like, not everybody can just say whatever and keep it moving. Like, that stuff's hurtful. It can really hurt
Oh
people.
yeah. Yeah.
Trust me,
Right.
I'm in mental
Yeah.
health, so I hear what people come in and talk about and what bothers them. So it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Like, I don't even understand why people would want to do that. Just, if you don't like something, don't watch it. you know,
Exactly.
Exactly.
It
I
sounds like
don't get it, but
with Lizzo. I think she had a lot of issues with that. Lizzo, Corey LeRae, kind of reading all the comments and letting it get to them. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
them people put them comments on and they don't even think about it after they done did it.
At
hmm
all. At
yep.
all.
Yeah. So it's like I say, it's always better to protect your mental health, uh, to either not read those comments or, because once you, and that's what all artists mostly have to understand. We all, like you say, you understand it is once you in the artistry and you putting your music out in the public and, all your life and stuff, they feel like you fair game to because it's public. They don't feel like nothing is private. Like fans just sometimes can be, I mean, especially mainstream artists get that all the time, where fans feel like they know them so well, or they brother, or they feel like they can just be right in their life. Like you got to say, back up.
Right.
I appreciate you, but I'm human. I don't invade my space like that. So
I think
yeah.
people forget that, like, when they stop, when the cameras are off, when they stop watching or listening, like, that person is at home in their pajamas with their hair tied up, no makeup, living a life like a normal human being. Like, those are normal people. They're normal human beings. What they put out to the world is just their persona, like their artist persona,
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely
if you
agree.
were to see me on the side of the road, you would not know that I was an artist, because I am not Bekah Baby out there. Trust me. So, like, it's just it's different. Like, people, like, I think they just think that like art, like, whoever, whether it's an actress or a singer or whatever, like, they forget that they're just real, regular people. They're not just that person all the time.
Right.
Yeah. And I think with your music, it's more of you than I mean, like you got, and especially in the hip hop gang, people think when they hear that music that, they shooting up or doing it's all the time. No, they smiling, hugging, they doing something. They ain't always mean mugging, hopefully not.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. We appreciate you, Bekah Baby. I went back to the old saying,
That's
Bekah
okay.
Baby. Yeah,
That's
we
all
talk
right.
Bekah Baby, Rebecca Agnew. We appreciate your time. Man, too much more I can say as far as that. We just appreciate you kicking it with us and sharing your time with us. There's plenty of things you can be doing as far as working or just relaxing or anything, and you chose to kick it with us. So we respect that. Much love. We salute you for it.
Thank you both
Yes,
so
most
much. It was
definitely.
really great talking to you guys. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Crystal, you got anything you want to close out with?
What's next?
Album. I'm coming out with an album. I'm gonna drop a couple videos in the next couple months, and then in the spring I'm gonna drop my new album. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna call it Rider, but I don't wanna
Put
solidify it
it.
yet. Yeah.
It's and
We
just, I
probably
guess
come
just
back for that.
Yep.
right. And just tell
That
everybody
sounds
how they
good.
can find you, find your
For sure.
music.
Yep. I'm Bekah Baby on all music platforms. Whatever music platform you listen to, I'm on there. My last album is Late Night. My latest single is Escape. And all my social media is Bekah Baby Music. So YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. My website, bekahbabymusic.com. You can find me on everything. So
Awesome.
Okay. And again, Lord, the next show that that's for sure coming up as far as that, I know you say SXSW coming up, but
yep.
anything they can any show coming up within certain
So
time
far
that you
that's
want them to
it.
come to.
So
I know
far
you
that's
just did a
it.
show. You just performed a couple days ago.
Yep. I just performed a couple days ago. I was a spotlighted artist down here in Detroit. I just had my Escape's my first radio song, so I just had my first
Oh,
radio play.
congratulations.
Like, a lot's
Yeah,
happening for me right now,
congratulations.
but I don't have a set show coming up besides Austin in March. So I'm sure something will come
Yeah.
up. I'm getting asked constantly. I just got asked for New
Y'all
Year's Eve, but
promoters.
I kind of want to just chill. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Because it's gonna get hectic hopefully soon.
yep, it
So y'all
Mm-hmm.
promoters,
definitely is.
y'all reach out to Bekah Baby and go and get a line up for a show before them prices get too high.
Okay, because
Just
Exactly.
yesterday's price is not
it's
today's
not
price.
today.
Yes,
Fat
you
Joe,
got it,
shout out.
girl.
uh, but we appreciate you. Like we said, we're gonna go ahead and get off of here. And I mean, too much I can say. We appreciate you because anytime we know how time is valuable. So
Thank you
much
guys
love
so
to
much.
you.
Respect.
Much love, and keep us posted.
I will for sure. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye bye.
All right, signing out, Thawed Magazine. We appreciate anybody watching now, later, and in the future. shout out anybody supporting. Support. Don't be scared to support. It ain't nothing. It's free to support. And you don't never know. You support an artist right now. A week later, that artist might support you or the next day. So show some support. Thawed, signing out.